Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Supadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Udapatakamanam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sarganargunatham Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vidamsya Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shabano Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhesya Kripa Sindhubhya Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamini Dhanamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhagavati Naistike Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangam Langayade Girim Yat Prapatam Hammande Shri Gurum Dinatarim Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishram Yonda Pravishya Mama Vachu Mamam Prasoktam Sanjeevayati Akila Shakti Daraswadamnam Anyam Cha Hasta Charana Shravana Tugadin Pranam Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam Jayadam Surado Pangorma Mandamadirgati Sarvasya Padam Pujo Radha Madana Mohanu Tamadidevam Karunanidhanam Tamalavarnam Suhidavataram Apara Samsara Samudra Sedam Bhajamaye Bhagavata Swarupam Paramananda Pathaya Premavarshi Aksharaya De Sarvada Sarvasevyaya Sri Krishnaya Namotume Dhruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namo Hare Krishna Hari Om Tat Sat. So welcome all the devotees for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. We are reading from first canto, 5th chapter, 33rd verse onwards. Hare Krishna, Deveshri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Pranam.
So text 33. Amayo yascha bhutanam jayate yena sar suvratam tad eva hi amayam dravyam na punati chikshidam amayo yascha bhutanam jayate yena suvratam tad eva hi amayam dravyam na punati chikshidam. Yes, Uma.
Hare Krishna. Amayo yascha bhutanam jayate yena suvrata tad eva hyamayam dravyam na punati chikitsitam.
Very good. Deveshri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Amayo yecha bhudanam jayadena suvridha tadevaha mayam dravyam na punadi chigalsidam.
Very good. Mayuri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Amayo yascha bhutanam jayate yena subrata tadev hiyamayam dravyam na punati chikitsatam.
Okay. And
Chikitsatam.
yeah, Vivek Prabhu, just translation, please.
Krishna Prabhuji, O good soul, does not a thing applied therapeutically cure a disease which was caused by that very same thing?
Very good. Oh, good soul, does not a thing applied therapeutically cure a disease which was caused by that very same thing? So this is a treatment which Uma has to perform. Okay. Okay, this is about the treatment. But it says, oh good soul, does not a thing applied therapeutically cure a disease which was caused by that very thing. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada gives very good example. An expert physician treats his patient with a therapeutic diet. For example, milk preparations sometimes cause disorder of the bowels, but the very same milk converted into curd and mixed with some other remedial ingredients cures such disorders. So, if our stomach is upset by milk products, the same milk in a different as a different product, and it is transformed into curd that can be used as a cure. That's what Prabhupada says. We know that when you have some indigestion due to milk products, we can have buttermilk. It will cure. So similarly, the threefold miseries of material existence cannot be mitigated simply by material activities. So the threefold miseries that we are inflicted upon, that can be cured with spiritual practices, not with the same. So material miseries cannot be mitigated by material means. That is what Prabhupada wants to convey here. It has to be a different, treatment altogether. So here, if we are inflicted with any miseries, be it adhyatmik, adi bhaudika, adi dev, it can be cured by spiritualizing the same thing, not a material means, not by material means, but by spiritual means. So we have to transform that material into spirituality. Then it can be treated properly and it can be cured. So such activities have to be spiritualized, just as a fire iron is made red hot, thereby the action of fire begins. So when the iron comes in contact with fire, it gets a quality of fire. That's what it means here. So similarly, the material conception of a thing is at once changed as soon as it is put into service of the Lord. So our activities, if it is dovetailed in the service of the Lord, that becomes spiritualized. So the same activity, if it is used for our sense gratification, satisfaction of our senses, how much ever you try to satisfy, it will not work out because the desires keeps increasing. It is never satisfied, never satiated. We want more and more. When we get one, we want 10. When we get 10, we want 100, then 1,000, then lakhs, like that. Just for example. Similarly, anything that materially we are trying to achieve, that there is never an end for that. So only if you understand the same thing in a spiritual way, then there will be we can draw a line. Yes, enough is enough. There is no point of desiring more and more. So we'll slowly and gradually dovetail the same activity, same desire, in a spiritual sense. Then we will have satisfaction. We will not hanker for more and more. So that's what Prabhupada wants to put it that way. So that is the secret of spiritual success. We should not try to lord it over the material nature, nor should we reject material things. We should not try to become the master of this material nature. We cannot become the master at all because it is Maya, it's external potency. Although we are Sachidananda, who comes under marginal potency, superior to material nature, but still we are very, very minute. We come under the subjugation of material nature, which is the external potency of Supreme Lord. We actually are from the superior energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are Sachidananda. Okay, we are from the internal energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and external energy is inferior. Our energy is superior, but still, why we come under the clutches of material energy? Although we are superior, what is the reason? See, we are spirit, right? Spirit is superior to matter. Material energy is matter. But still, we come under the grip of matter or Maya. Why?
Because we are having still the material body, Prabhuji.
We are having material body, yes, okay. Then what else? So having material body means, we means when I say I actually refer not to the material body, I refer to the Atma, the soul within. That is the identity. Material body keeps changing. Why we are being subjugated by the matter, which is inferior to our soul's nature. Our soul is spirit, Sachidananda, and Prakriti, material nature is matter, Jada. So actually, it is inferior than us. Then why do we become subjugated by the matter? That's the question.
Maybe we want our sense to be satisfied, sense gratification.
What is that? I didn't get you.
We want to have satisfaction into our sense gratification.
Yeah.
So we go
Okay.
into more into
Okay.
you're not
Yes,
about those.
Right. But then why we have to come under, why we are under the clutches of Maya? We want to have sense gratification, I understand. But why then the spiritual superior energy has to come under the inferior matter? Anyone else? What is the reason? What is the reason?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, because we are Jivatma and we are not able to understand the God. So we have the relation with the God, and when we are not able to understand our relation with the God, then this Maya comes, and that like a curtain. So we are not able to see, and we are not able to connect actually.
Okay. No, even now we know, at least as practicing devotees, we know that God is great. We are part and parcel. Our relationship with God and all, we know theoretically at least. But still, if we are under the clutches of Maya. Okay. The answer is that we are trying to lord over the material nature. We want to control the material nature. We want to be the boss, the master, the controller. We want to control. Can we control the material nature? Because we are small. Material nature is the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We cannot control. We have to obey the instructions of the material nature. Then material nature will guide us, help us, assist us to go back home to Krishna. Because material nature is Krishna's energy only. So if you are an obedient citizen of the country, okay, we will not be troubled by the police. If we are going against the law of the country, there will be punishment, will be put behind bars. Similarly, if you are following the rules and regulation or the nature's law, then nature will support us, help us. But if you are going against means I want to control. I want to be the master of the material nature. The material nature should give me as I desire. So I will exploit the material nature. Material nature cannot be exploited. For exploitation, we will have to undergo miseries. So 3 types of miseries. Adhyatmic, Adhibaudik, and Adhidevik. So we cannot go against the laws of the material nature. When we try to lord over the material nature, then we are under our clutch. At the same time, we follow in alignment with the material nature. That same material nature will help us to get the connection of the Supreme Lord, as Vandana Mataji rightly said. So that is the only thing. So So we should not think that I am from the superior energy, Sachidananda, but we have a material conception of bodily life, as where Prabhu said. Then I want to control the material nature to my sense gratification. That will not be allowed. Material nature will not allow. So if we exploit the material nature, definitely there will be repercussions which will have to suffer. So is it clear?
Yes, Prabhu. Clear.
Yeah. So it's said here, it's similarly the material conception of a thing is at once changed as soon as it is put into service of the Lord. Here it is mentioned that is the secret of spiritual success. We should not try to lord it over the material nature. Nor should we reject material nature. We should not try to lord it. Don't think that I am the lord of the material nature. Everything the material nature is meant for my gratification. Only then will be suffering. Otherwise, we will not suffer. So the best way to make the best way to make the best use of the bad bargain is to use everything in relationship with the supreme spiritual being. It's a beautiful, phrase always Srila Prabhupada used. The best use of the bad bargain. We have spoken this many times earlier also. So how do you understand this particular phrase? Best use of the bad bargain. What is the best use and what is the bad bargain? Can anyone shed some light? We have spoken this, we have discussed this many times earlier. Anyone remembers what is the best use and what is the bad bargain? Don't remember? The bad bargain is accepting this material body. This is a bad bargain. We had spiritual body. Yeah? We have compromised. We have sacrificed that spiritual body and got a material body. It's a bad bargain. Just for example, in mundane example, suppose I have a very big palace. I am exchanging that for a small hut. Am I wise or fool? I have a big palace with Naukar Chakar and all amenities, comfort, this and that. Okay, I'm exchanging that for a small hut where there are no lights, no electricity, no water, nothing, no amenities. So I'm a wise man or a fool? Fool, isn't it? With all the comforts, I was living happily there with no problem, everything at my command. I'm living there and going and staying in a hut where there are no comforts and amenities. So it's not a wise decision. It's a bad bargain, even materially speaking. Similarly, I had a spiritual body. I had no anxiety. I had no problem. I had no sickness. I was very nicely enjoying my life in the spiritual planet, okay, with Krishna. But unfortunately, I traded it for a material body where now I'm suffering from all the three calamities, Adhyatmic, Adibaudik, and Adidevik, plus many other disturbances. So it is a bad bargain. So accepting a material body is a bad bargain first. Although we've got a body now, material body, it's a bad bargain, we agreed. But at least make the best use of this body, material body. So that's what Prabhupada says. So the bad bargain is that we got a material body now. At least with this body, try to get back what we have lost. Or try to attain the status quo. Who we were. With the material body, we can dovetail all our activities in devotional service and get back the spiritual body. So make the best use of the bad bargain. To use in everything in the relationship with the supreme spiritual being. So is it clear? You got it?
Yes,
What
Prabhuji.
Prabhupada was? What Prabhupada
Yes,
wanted? Yeah. So our pathetic condition in this material world is we think that we are happy in this material world. We are enjoying this material world. Okay? But unfortunately, it is not so. Every step there is danger. Every step. If we enjoy for some time, immediately it is followed by some distress, some problems or miseries. We are never, ever 100% happy. How much ever one person may be from all angle, wealthy, healthy, with all amenities and comforts, but still, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. We cannot escape. Jara is there, Vyadi is there, and after that, again Janma. So this vicious cycle keeps going. So that's why Prabhupada used the best phrase here. The best way to make the best use of the bad bargain is to use everything in relationship with the Supreme Spiritual Being. Everything. So whatever we are doing, just dovetail it into the service of Supreme Personality Godhead. We don't have to stop anything. We don't have to stop going to office. We don't have to stop being with the family, going to school or office. You do the regular things, but just ship that as a devotional service. A small effort will suffice. So everything is an emanation from the Supreme Spirit, and by his inconceivable power, he can convert spirit into matter and matter into spirit. So at the end of the day, everything is spirit only. So as required, the spirit becomes matter, matter becomes spirit. As required. It is from the Supreme Personality of Godhead only he can do. It is possible. Therefore, a material thing, so-called, is at once turned into spiritual force by the great will of the Lord. The Lord is Satchidananda, his spirit, but when he comes down to this earthly planet, he will assume a human form, and he will deal with all of us just like a normal human being, having a body like us and doing regular activities like us, although it is not so. So he can change matter into spirit, spirit into matter whenever he needs. So even when he left this planet after his 125 years of mission, okay, he left by himself. But for the materially oriented people, atheists, just for their satisfaction, his body was buried or cremated. Actually, there is no material body for the Supreme Lord. Just for their sake, and he had a material body that was cremated. No, that is in the Mahabharata. But he is Satchidananda. Where is material body for him? But just to convince them, he is also one among us. To confuse them, to bewilder them. Otherwise, his spirit he has immediately left. He has no material body at all. So the necessary condition for such a change is to employ so-called matter in the service of the spirit. That is the way to treat our material diseases and elevate ourselves to the spiritual plane where there is no misery. So if we want to be misery-free, we have to elevate ourselves, our consciousness, to the spiritual plane. That's called Vaikunta, a place without miseries. No lamentation and no fear. Shoka moha bhayapaha. Shoka moha bhaya. Shoka means what is? Lamentation. Moha means illusion. Bhaya means fear. Yasyamai sruyamanayam Krishne parama purishe bhaktir utpatideyo pumsam shoka moha bhayapaha. Simply by oral reception of Srimad Bhagavatam, simply by listening to scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayanam, what will happen? Simply by Asyamai Suramayana, Krishna Parama Purushe, about the Supreme Personality. Bhaktir utpattade pumsam. Bhakti will be manifested, or bhakti will be invoked or awakened in our heart. And when bhakti is awakened in our heart, what will happen? What is the result? Shoka, moha, bhayapaha. Or lamentation, or illusion, or fear, everything will be destroyed. Simply by oral reception of Srimad Bhagavatam. So there will be no misery, no lamentation, and no fear. So we have to cultivate the habit of listening or reading or discussing Srimad Bhagavatam. There will be no anxiety, no miseries. So when everything is thus employed in the service of the Lord, we can experience that there is nothing except the Supreme Brahman. So if we employ everything in the service of the Lord, then we will come to the conclusion that everything is Supreme Brahman. Mata paradaram nanyat. There is nothing apart from me. That's what Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Mata paradaram nanyat. There is nothing apart from me. Everything is me only. Everything is spirit. The Vedic mantra that everything is Brahman is thus realized by Sarvam Kalvidam Brahman. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahman. So that is realized in this way. So Sarvam Kalvidam Brahman, it is misrepresented and misinterpreted in different ways also. So the actual meaning is that everything is spirit, and when we utilize our services, when we dovetail our services in the service of the Lord, everything is spirit. That way. Not that I am God, you are God. Not that concept. We should not misinterpret in that way. Okay, so any questions or any comments? Anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes. Prabhuji, just one thing I have a doubt. Not doubt, it's a question actually. That we were talking like we have a this bad bargain and bad whatever the proverb you were saying. But in this thing now, I think that we actually whatever we are doing because we are also under the senses. Whatever we are doing according to our senses. We don't have sense control. Matlab, whatever we want to see, if I want to see this thing, yes, this thing. So of course we want to go on a right path, but due to our senses, or you can say due to our habit, we know yes, 4 o'clock this Brahmaut is good for our verse, for the bhakti progression. But at the same time, we want to give we want to give relax to our body, and we want to more comfort. Like we want sense gratification. That the same thing comes. So of course we forget that time. Same time, matlab, we want to do, but we are not able to go on that part. So we are like going under our sense control. So in this way, we are doing somewhere wrong. Like this, we are not able to do whatever. Even we know what the Shastra is saying, whatever it is right, but that is the only also reason we are not able to do.
So Mataji wants to know the remedy, that how we can come out from the
Yes.
self-gratification.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
The remedy is very simple. Okay, the remedy is very simple. You know, there are A, B, C, D. We have to intensify our spiritual practice. Okay, intensify the spiritual practice. Association with devotees. Okay, books, reading books, Prabhupada's books, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, like that. Every day, you should not leave even single day. And C is chanting. We should not leave one single day, minimum 16 rounds. D, diet, food. Only offered food, only prasada. So if we intensify these at least 4 things, Then Dhammas is there. Dhammas means again, visiting holy places and everything. At least these four things. A, B, C, D. Remember A, B, C, D. So I want to be a pure devotee. I want to be out of these miseries. I want to get out of this existence and go back home, back to what it in this life itself. If we are very serious in this, then follow these four limbs. A, B, C, D. Remember A, B, C, D always. And we should not compromise in this. If we want to we are really serious and attain this in this very life, then we follow this spiritual practice of ABCD sincerely, seriously, with determination. A, again, remember A is association with devotees only. No other people. Other people will drag you in different direction. So only devotees who are very serious in their spiritual sadhana. So we should have devotees who are senior to us, who are very serious in their spiritual sadhana. Seeing them practicing, we will imbibe their qualities, we will imbibe their mood. So that is must. Association with devotees. B is book, that is scriptures, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Make it a point that every day we will read one chapter, or whatever quota that you want to put it according to your timing, 1 hour or half an hour, one chapter, two chapter, and then learn some slokas, learn some stutis, kirtanas. There are many stutis in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, that is number 2. C, chanting. No compromise on chanting. No WhatsApp chanting, no telephone chanting, no TV chanting. No. Chanting means exclusively chanting, remembering His holy name. No multitasking. No multitasking. Okay? Seeing the TV and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama. Oh, कितना स्कोर हो गया अभी? नहीं. नहीं तो किचन में क्या है? दूध गर्म हो गया, शावर तैयार हो गया, बच्चे स्कूल गया? नहीं. Not that. 1.5 hours, 1 hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours chanting means exclusive. It is your meeting time with Krishna. Okay? These 2 hours, especially if possible in the Brahma Muhurta, get up early in the morning, 3 o'clock. Go to sleep at 9 o'clock. It is possible. Only thing is that no, it's not possible. I have a husband, he is going to office. I have children, they are going to school. It is not possible. There are many people who are going to office, both husband and wife, children going to school, they are practicing. So it is not impossible, it is possible. Prabhupada says, impossible is the word that is found in the dictionary of fools. So it is possible. Really, our determination should be there. So books, and then chanting. Okay, so association, books, chanting. Then the last, that is diet. Diet means prasad. No outside food, only prasadam. Whatever we consume, it should be offered to the Supreme Lord. Spiritualize it with love and affection. Make it prasadam. Honor it. And sattvic. No rajasic, no tamasic. Sattvic means we know that. Only sattvic we can give it to Supreme Lord. Only, vegetables, fruits, juices. Not that agitates our mind and senses. So if we strictly follow this 4 limbs of bhakti, with the last letter E, with enthusiasm, all these 4, then whatever you want, it will happen. Not only you will become pure, those persons seeing you will also become pure. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, okay, when he was in Puri, the devotees from Navadip, Kulyagrama, okay, Vivek Prabhu will be knowing, they came to Jagannath Puri every year people from Navadip comes to Jagannath Puri. 4 months they will stay in Jagannath Puri, and after Ratha Yatra, after 4 months they will go back. So they will have association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and his close associates, very senior devotees, acharyas, saintly personalities, babajis. Okay. So when they first time when they came, they asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is a Vaishnava? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, the person who says one time Hare Krishna or one time chanting the name of Krishna is a Vaishnava. That was the reply. Second year they came and again approached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and asked, who is a Vaishnava? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, the person who is chanting regularly Hare Krishna Mahamantra is a Vaishnava. The third year, again when they came, they asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is a Vaishnava? The person by whose association the other person will become a devotee. Simply by seeing him, they will get the inspiration to chant regularly and will become a devotee. Simply by having an audience of that. So such a highly elevated personality is a Vaishnava. Okay. Simply by seeing him, will be inspired that I want to practice bhakti, I want to become a pure devotee like you. So these 5 limbs of devotional practices, if you are very, very sincere in practicing or applying in our life, Mataji, simply by seeing you, whoever sees you will become a pure devotee. So this is the answer. So no senses will agitate us. No senses will agitate us. Definitely Krishna's mercy will be there. So is it clear, Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. So practice and please inspire us also.
Don't say Prabhuji.
Why? Why don't say? It is possible, Mataji. Why not? Why not? Everyone, for everyone it is possible. Only things that we should, and Prabhupada says in one of the purports, why we are not taking this very seriously. The reason what he said, we are not adequately frustrated in this material world. That is the reason. We still have some comfort, some place to fall back upon, some people or some things to give us solace. That is the reason. We are not adequately frustrated in this material world. That is why we are not taking these spiritual practices very seriously. Yes, it is a fact. It's a fact. Prabhupada doesn't say, nobody says that you leave your job, you leave your family life. No, nobody says that. You be wherever you are. Sthide sthane. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Sthide sthane, wherever you are, you be there, but practice this with utmost sincerity. It is possible. So it's all our determination. It's all our determination. How fast we want to progress on spiritual path. It's our determination. So we'll all pray for each other so that we can take up this very seriously. The 4 or 5 limbs that I have just said. Every one of us. We are all, sailing the same boat. We are all struggling. Okay. Some may be, some may have gone a few meters. Some may have gone few kilometers. Some may be reaching the shore. But we are all in the boat only. We are not reached there. But we can reach the shore in this life itself. The shore is the supreme abode, the Vaikunta or Goloka. So we have to be serious. We have to take some work. Now this is the right time. Our Damodar month is approaching from 7th of October till 5th of November. It's a very golden period for all of us to take some sankalpa, okay, that I will do this. I will abstain from all unnecessary things and I will follow this very sincerely. Then the spiritual credit that we will get will be immense. Will be immense. So let's all pray and inspire each other so that we can practice Krishna consciousness seriously and attain the ultimate goal of life in this very life itself. Okay, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. Hari Hari Bol. Anything else?
Prabhuji, I just want to say, Prabhuji, you are also very real devotee or real Vaishnava because by seeing of you, I started doing so many things. So of course you are the real Vaishnava. That's the big Haribol to you, Prabhuji.
आपके मुंह में से घी शक्कर.
No, yes, Prabhuji, it
Same,
is
same
there.
here also. Same here also.
Hare Krishna. Nothing.
You are changing the life of so many devotees now, Prabhuji.
We are all sailing in the same boat. Nothing like that. I'm just repeating what Prabhupada has said. Nothing. I have no personal experience at all. I'm just repeating what Prabhupada is telling. I'm also struggling like you all.
Yes,
There is no difference at all. Okay, Mataji. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Anything
Hare
else?
Krishna.
Okay, so we'll go to the next text 34. एवं नृणां क्रिययोगा सर्वे संसृति हेतवा त एवात्म विनाशाय कल्पन्ते कल्पिता परे एवं नृणां क्रियायोगा सर्वे संसृति हेतवा त एवात्म विनाशाय कल्पन्ते कल्पिता परे. के जीवे श्री माता जी.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
हरे कृष्ण.
एवं निर्नाम क्रिययोगा सर्वा संसृतिखेदवा ता एवात्म विनाशाय कल्पन्ते कल्पिता परे.
हरि बोल. उमा.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण.
एवं दृढा सर्वे संश्रुतिहेतवा त एवात्मविनाशाय कल्पन्ते कल्पिता परे.
हरि बोल. सिनी माता जी.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. प्रणाम. एवं नृणां क्रिया योगा सर्वे संसृति हेतवा त एवात्मा विनाशाय कल्पन्ते कल्पिता परे.
हरि बोल. वंदना माता जी.
हरे कृष्णा.
हरे कृष्ण.
एवं नृणां क्रिया योगा सर्वे संसति हेतवा ता एवात्मविनाशाय कल्पन्ते कल्पिता परे.
हरि बोल. विवेक प्रभु, translation please. You are on mute, Prabhu. You are on mute.
Okay, Haribol Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thus, when all a man's activities are dedicated to the service of the Lord, those very activities which caused his perpetual bondage become the destroyer of the tree of life.
Very good. Thus, when all a man's activities are dedicated to the service of the Lord, those very activities which cause his perpetual bondage become the destroyer of the tree of birth. So, the same activities, when it is dovetailed to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that same activity which is binding us in this material world will deliver us from this material world. See, simple example, as we always say, what is that? Arjuna fighting in the battlefield, Duryodhana fighting in the battlefield. Both are doing the same activity. Is there any change? Both are fighting, both are killing the enemies, their enemies. Okay? From external point of view, both are fighting. But one is getting delivered from this material existence, the other is getting bound in the material existence. One is fighting to please Krishna. Other one is fighting to please his senses. See that the reason for the fighting is different. So that's what here Narada is telling. the activities are dedicated to service of the Lord, that will deliver us, that will take us from this material existence to our final supreme destination. And the same activity, when it is done for the satisfaction of senses, that will bind us perpetually here in this material. Another example I can give. Somebody is a good singer, and he is singing to attract the crowd, to have some name and fame, to make money. Another person is a great singer. He is singing, he is exhibiting his talent or singing to glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Both are singing. One is a service to Supreme Lord, other one is service to his senses. So activity remains same. So how we can spiritualize our material activity? Simple. Dovetail everything in the service of the Lord. Just like your singing ability, talent can be dovetailed in glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, instead of satisfying his senses and the senses of the audience. Isn't it? So like that, as I told you, the example of Arjuna and Duryodhana. So the same thing can either bind us or liberate us. So it is up to us how we should use our activities, whether material or spiritual. So then what will happen? If it is used in the service of the Lord, it will become the destroyer of the tree of work. So what does it mean? Okay. It's a beautiful this thing. Those very activities which cause his perpetual bondage become the destroyer of the tree of work. What do you understand by this?
Destroys our karma.
Yes, exactly. So can you elaborate? What do you mean by karma?
We have bondage from our past karma, and
Yeah.
in the present life also, whatever good thing and bad thing we do, we will incur some karma. But
Yeah, there'll be some reactions, good or bad, right? 100%.
So if we do in Krishna service, then we won't have bondage to that karma.
Yes, there'll be no reactions at all, good or bad. So when it is reaction free, then we are eligible to go back home. Only when there is a karma, whether good or bad, we have to be in this material world to enjoy or suffer. If it is good karma, enjoy. If it is bad karma, suffer. So the destroyer of the tree of work, that means the destroyer of reactions of our activity. There'll be no reaction at all. There'll be no reaction. So that means when in the balance sheet, if the balance is zero, debit and credit, both sides, it is zero, then they are eligible to go back home, back to God. So like that, we will be. So that platform is called activity on a karma platform. They are not getting any karma reaction. Karma means it can be used in context, different contexts in different meaning. Karma means activity. Some context we use karma as a reaction. So here it is, the reaction will be destroyed. The reaction will not be there. This is a big, okay, we'll just read it. Go through it. Fruitive work which has perpetually engaged the living being is compared to the banyan tree in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, Ashwatam. Urdhamulamada Shakam Ashwatam Prahuravev. Okay, 15th chapter. For it is certainly very deeply rooted. Okay, it's very difficult for us to find out where the roots have gone of the banyan tree. It spreads far and wide. This is not possible at all. As long as the propensity for enjoying the fruit of work is there, one has to continue the transmigration of the soul from the one body or place to another according to one's nature of work. So as long as we want to enjoy the senses, we have to take up different body according to our karma and desires. So by doing so, the propensity for enjoyment may be turned into the desire for serving the mission of the Lord. That propensity or inclination, okay, can be shifted and directed or dovetailed to serve the mission of the Lord. By doing so, one's activity is changed into karma yoga. So yoga comes only when it is doubted in the sense of wrong. Otherwise, it is only karma. Karma Gandhis. So karma yoga and karma Gandhi are two different things. Karma yoga means through karma you want to connect to the supreme. Karma Gandhi means through karma you want to enjoy the senses. Karma Gandhi. So we must have heard karma Gandhi Brahmanas. Right? They are doing the yajna, home and all to get more and more fruitive result. Not for connecting to God. It's not yoga. So karma yoga means satisfying the Supreme Lord by our activities. So, or the way by which one can attain spiritual perfection while engaging in the work for which he has a natural tendency. So, according to our Varna, we have a natural tendency. Rajoguni people, Tamoguni people, Satoguni people, they have a natural tendency of doing certain things. So, utilize that tendency to serve the Supreme Lord. So, you are very aggressive, passionate people. Okay, you can use that passion in the service of the Lord. Just like, Hanuman. He used his passion to satisfy Supreme Lord Rama. He burnt Lanka also. Isn't it? It's a passion. So, whichever guna you have, that can be doubted in the service of the Lord. So, it will cease to generate further karma and will gradually develop into transcendental devotional service, which will not only cut off completely the root of the banyan tree of work, but will also carry the performer to the lotus feet of the Lord. So it is not only destroy our karma, but will take us to the lotus feet of the Lord. Summary is that one has to, first of all, seek the association of pure devotees who not only are learned in the Vedanta, but are self-realized souls and another devotees of Lord Sri Krishna, Supreme Lord. As I told you before, association of pure devotees. So in that association, the neophyte devotees must render loving service physically and mentally without reservation. There should be no reservation at all to serve the devotees of pure devotees of Lord. No reservation. Physically and mentally, and even the menial services, which injects, especially there are so many acharyas, saintly personalities, who serve their spiritual masters so menially, without any reservation, because of which they got Krishna Prem with their blessings. So we should also try to serve, the pure devotees of Supreme Lord, and we will imbibe their qualities also by their blessings. So gradually, this is developed into a strong attachment to hearing the transcendental pastimes of the Lord, which makes him able to catch up the constitutional portion of the gross and subtle bodies, and beyond them the knowledge of pure soul and his eternal relation with the Supreme Soul, the personality of Godhead. After the relation is ascertained by establishment of eternal relation, pure devotional service to the Lord begins gradually developing into perfect knowledge of the personality of Godhead beyond the purview of universal Brahman and localized Paramatma. So once we develop such association and follow in their footsteps, so not only that will transform and will imbibe the quality from the knowledge of universal Brahman and from localized Paramatma, we go to the knowledge of personality of Godhead and start serving him. That is ultimate. By such Purushottama Yoga. So, Purusha Uttama. So, who is the Uttama Purusha? Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yoga is connecting. So, connecting with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, one is made perfect even during the present corporeal existence and one exhibits all the good qualities of the Lord to the highest percentage. Such is the gradual development by association of your devotees. Sadhu Sangha, very important. Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha. First is we should have the Shraddha, the faith, okay, that I'm not independent, I'm dependent. I am the part and parcel of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Supreme Lord is infinite, we are infinitesimal. He is the master, he is the controller. We are servitor only. So we should have this Shraddha, this understanding, this faith. And our duty is to serve him, being part and parcel. So once we have that, to nurture that, we should have the association of pure devotees. The second is Sadhu Sangha. Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, then Bhajana Kriya. We'll start Bhajana Kriya means glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, discussing about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, okay, and chanting all these things, Bhajana Kriya. Then what happens? Anartha Nivritti. All our anarthas, which we have been carrying from time immemorial in our subtle body, in the mind, as impressions, as plans, as desires, it will be mitigated, it will be destroyed. And then what will happen? Nishtha will come to this platform of determination. Yes, I will do means I will do it. No compromise. I will get up at Brahma Muhurta 3 o'clock means I will get up. I will finish my chanting means I will finish. So this is Nishtha, determination. Okay. Then comes Ruchi. Ruchi means a taste. Once we come to the platform of Nishtha, then we will develop taste. We will not be able to stop after the 16 rounds. I want to chant the 17 round. After 17 round, I will not be able to stop. I want to chant 18 round. Like that, the 24 hours I will be chanting because I'm getting a relishment, ecstatic, condition in chanting the holy name of the Lord. No material, what you call taste or material comfort will give so much nectar. So that holy name will give so much nectar. So I won't be able to stop it. Ruchi. Then asakti. Asakti means addiction, which Uma will know very well. What will happen if somebody gets addiction? Because she is in that department. When somebody is addicted, no matter what you do, you cannot leave it. Isn't it? So we should get addicted, not to material things, but to spiritual things. Addiction is good if it is spiritual, not material. So that is what? Asakti. Then what? Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava. That is the preliminary stage of Prema. Bhava. Then comes Prema. Krishna Prema. In that condition, we will not know anything about material. We will be totally sold out to Supreme Lord, always in ecstasy, always relishing Namajapa, association, reading, discussing about Supreme Personality. So this is the 9 steps of the ladder of devotion service. Ado Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya, kripa sindhubhyev cha, patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। गो प्रेमानंदी। हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण।